Hello, this is teddygaming and welcome back to another preview video. In today's one, we're going to be looking at the TMNT The Armageddon Game, issue number 8. And yes, after many months of it being delayed, it's finally coming out. And at last, yes, I can't believe that it's finally coming out. And to be honest, I'm really surprised with how much they actually released for this for this comic so far. They released like the first 5 images pages, as well as like a few other images for this one. And I must admit, it's just so interesting with what they've released so far and how it's going to be playing out. So yeah. Okay, so let's actually get into this one. Okay, so first start off with basically the Phantoms all in the thin place, talking to one another, basically talking to one another about what should do next and stuff like that, and talking about the Rat King and stuff like that. And there's not really so much I can really say here. It's just for basically they agree that now they should do something about it. Yeah. So then going into the next page, we do go into the other thin place, where basically the Turtles were training with Kitsune and Shredder in issue 139, and it's picking up right where we left off in issue 139. And this one I do get to see the Rat King is just really big there, just looking down the Turtles and characters and stuff like that. And I must admit, so far it does seem like really good and really setting up these stakes to be like the next big battle, which I can't wait to see how they're going to finish it all off and stuff like that. It just looks amazing. So then going into the next one, which is where I say things get like a little bit boring, I would say, because we do get to see April, Sally Pride, Colonel Knight, I think it is, or like one of the Darkwater people, as well as Carl Lewis in Backstormer's office, and it's more or less like go over all the events that happened in the Armageddon game so far. They say that Krang is dead, Nell is gone, and Karai has stuff to basically put like Baxter away. And they even do mention stuff about the Gang of Four, saying basically they're being arrested, and that's pretty much all I can really say about this bit here. I must admit the my hair, the artwork here does look really nice for this bit here, and yeah, I can't really say too much other than that. And then we do go into the next bit, which it does lead into issue 140 a lot more. Just because Sally does give her Baxter a lot of things to do, saying how him, Sally, and Zoe are going to go on like a basically like press tour and more or less make like Mutant Town a thing, and Sally's going to be a president now and stuff like that. And Baxter doesn't do it, then all the information about him teaming up with Madam No will be released and stuff like that. And also, like, I mean, you know, like there's like a lot. I mean, like there's little things in there, stuff like that. But it's just basically, if Baxter doesn't do this stuff, we're gonna be going away and stuff like that. Also, Carl Lewis is gonna be doing a more or less a mutant task force. So I got a thing that could be interesting, depending what they do with the task force. If actually just go ahead and actually become something interesting and more important and big, which I hope it does, because I do feel as though like there's potential to tell a really interesting story there. But then again, it is these comics, so we know how that's going to go. And yeah, so that's pretty much how it pretty much all goes. And Baxter says basically, like, even though this is the game and stuff like that, and even though he's more or less out, the Game Master is still there and is going to make sure that goes through. And that's when we do go into the next page, where I do get to see all the characters talking and stuff like that, and saying how they're going to get ready. And yeah, there's not too much I can really say about this page either. It's just one of those pages that's like, yeah, we're ready to fight, let's go. And I must admit, I do like this panel down here, where I do get all details in like a mystic form with all like glowing eyes, stuff like that. Looks really cool, really great. And yeah, so then follows like some other like additional pages, which were just interesting to see, that were not really included in the and they're not included in the preview pages, but just additional pages which like they released online. We do have this one of the Phantom family. They're in that thin place and saying game on, and I've got to think this is probably where they're about to go into the actual game itself and fight the Rat King. So I've got to think that fight could go either way with Rat King. It could either be good or bad, but I think I have to wait and see the whole story play out, see if it's actually good enough with these characters coming in right at the final bit and fighting. So it'll be a wait and see type situation. So in some other pages which we do get to see, we do have this one where we do get to see the Phantoms there, with Rat King holding Kitsune, more or less like dying in a way. And we do have the Turtles down there with Shredder in the mystic form. I must admit, this mystic form with the glowing eyes is really rubbing off on me. I think it looks really great. I just love this. I really do hope that like they do bring this back to be something a bit more, and do hope, yeah, I just love it so much. So then some other ones we do have is Shibre, she's there. I don't know if she's going to be a big part of the story. I don't think so, but then again, you never know. We also had this one with Shredder slicing Rat King, but then he was hitting Shredder all the way across the room. It looks interesting. I can't wait to see the context behind all of it. It could be great. So then the next one we do have is the Turtles and Kitsune and Shredder fighting a massive Rat King. And again, this looks really great. I can't wait to see this one in colour because I got a feeling this page could be really great and amazing. And again, with the Mystic Eye thing, this looks just so great and amazing. Just wow. And then for the final one, we do get to see it's just a really creepy Rat King with the Turtles just sounding like, oh my god, what's gonna happen and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for that page. Yeah. Okay, so then for the actual description, it is Apocalypse Now. The pawns have fallen, the Rook has hunkered down, the Knights continue to rally, all while the Rat King has looked on in glee as Rokosaki, the TMNT, and even his allies, the Trio of Terror, have played their parts. But now, as true chaos became manifest and Regent of Rodent is faced with full result of his shenanigans, the Phantom will play whether chaos reigns or order wins the day. What comes next will have a changed world of TMNT, don't miss the epic conclusion of the Armageddon Game. And yeah, I must admit, going off of what happened in the issue 140, it doesn't really seem like this whole issue is going to be as big of a thing as they're making it out to be. But at the same time, I'm ready to be wrong, but just judging by what we've seen so far with the conclusion and outcome of what's happened so far in the 140, with not really much happening really, I don't think there's going to be too much happening in this issue other than just defeating Rat King. But at the same time, I want to be wrong, so you never know. Okay, so for some covers, we do have cover A, which is done by Vertigo. I can't remember the artist for this person, and this one's doing the main cover and also doing the artwork for this issue. Looks really great and really interesting. I do like how this one is really like structured with like Leonardo, Shredder, and Kitsune on the wall with like tiles, then Raph and Mikey on like a dirt path wall, and then like Jenica and Don on like a water wall. It was pretty interesting with like Rat King down there on like a wooden wall. I do find that really interesting, you know, pretty great. It was very like visually nice, I would say. We do have cover B, which is done by someone else. I can't remember the artist, but this one looks like really great. Just seeing like Krang in Molehead's suit with General Trag and Grantor. Looks great, but at the same time, because this one doesn't have anything to do with the actual story, no, I wish I could get excited for this one, but I feel so that this one would have been a lot better to place with issue 7, but it is what it is, but this one just still looks really nice. We do have cover C, which is done by Kevin Eastman, and this one looks really great and amazing. Just seeing all the characters here, we've got Kitsune standing there with a ball. I think this might be the Turnstone maybe, but I do get to see all the Turtles and Shredder, Shibre, down on the floor. Maybe like dead, maybe. I mean, you never know. I mean, you just never know. Maybe these characters die and they come back to life or something like that. But I must admit, like, so far looking at this bit, this one just gave me a lot of hope for something like really big and amazing happening. So yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to go down. Yeah. And then we do have the 110 variant, which just looks really amazing. We do get to see Ralph, Carl Lewis, Colonel Knight, the other guy, Herman, Man Ray, Lindsay, and Hob. They all do look really great, and I must admit, like, pairing this one up with all the other ones so far that they've released is just amazing. I must admit, the artwork for this one looks really great. It does feel a bit weird having Man Ray there now, just because we know what's happened to him. But I must admit, either way, this one just looks really great and amazing, and yeah. And then for the next one, the last one, which is just amazing, we do get to see Krang in his metal head suit, and I must admit, this one looks really great and really amazing. A lot of like realism for this one. Looks really great and amazing. Oh god, I can't put this one into words. It's just so amazingly great with the like colours which they've used for this one. It just pops out in such an amazing way. And oh god, yeah, this one looks really great. I don't know where this one is available from, but I would like to try and get this one because this one looks really amazing. But yeah, I must admit, so far, I think this one's probably the best one so far, just because of how, you know, like, stuff is spoiling, but also not. I don't know, it looks so great, and just like, oh my god, what's going to happen with that one. This one, I really want to pick this one up just because I want to complete the collection for this one. And then also, I do, oh no, hang on, this one, I do really like this one as well, just because it just looks so visually interestingly great. Yeah. That's gonna be it for today, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this issue. Are you looking forward to this one? Are you not? And stuff like that. But, yeah. That's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do some, please share, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo. Bye.